hello, Harry. Welcome. How you doing? Don't forget the like button. Thank you very much, Harry. I always appreciate that. We like it when people hit the like button. We like it when they share the video. We definitely like it whenever people subscribe. Tonight we're just going to chit chat a little bit. We're going to do that because I'm testing the internet just to see if it holds on. So, we're going to talk about YouTube, internet, and other things. Hence the title. Obviously, we will start with the internet. I think I'm beginning to understand why a lot of people record their videos and upload them. No, I never did get that mod to work yet. But then I've been fighting my internet now for going on 3 weeks. And I haven't had a chance to talk to Jags MD to work with me to find out what's hidden in there that's actually stopping that mod from working, because I would love to stream it. And I think after tonight I might be back to streaming live again. I do have my stats open so I can see them. That's why we're doing a talk tonight and not a game. We're looking at the CPU usage and the internet bounce. Yes, I do have internet. Allegedly, they fixed it. So we're going to find out whether or not it's going to hold. And I didn't want to, get back into that game again and then have to end the stream early. I've had to do that 2 times in a row. But the only way I can keep an eye on all my stats, honestly, guys, is to just get on here and talk to you guys and watch it. Welcome, Mr. Jags. Well, I understand that, Megan, but then he works, I work. Um, it makes it difficult sometimes. We all get busy in our lives. That's a given. If you guys are wondering what you're hearing or what you're watching, that is obviously Neighbors. It's one of my favorite things. And, we'll talk about Neighbors a little bit too. There's a lot of you people wondering, what are we doing with Neighbors? Well, again, I said this last time. I'm going to say it again. Deed says he has to download Wasteland. All you got to do is watch it for a little bit. It's an excellent mod. I love that mod, MD. And I really want to play it. I don't know where I'm going to get to play it anytime soon. There's something in my PC hidden somewhere that's not allowing it to play, and I don't really know what that is. But we do have to start Neighbors over. It'll start from day 1, obviously. I do want a Christmas special in there. Obviously, there is a Christmas mod for 7 Days to Die. I think if Jags agrees, I think we'll use that for the Christmas special. And even get, MDK and Christy and Stacy to agree to it. I think we could actually pull maybe even 2 episodes out of that one before it goes back to, obviously, regular 7 Days to Die. I don't worry about 2.5 because with it being a stimulation, hey, aliens can change anything, right? So we can always fit that into the storyline. That's what makes it so beautiful. And oh, good God, who the hell scared the bejesus out of me? Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, God, somebody got me. Oh, yeah, that thing works even during even during the talk part. Oh, man. But we're going to talk about internet first because it kind of fascinates me. I think I understand now why a lot of channels actually, they just record, right? Like you never see them live. But I think I'm beginning to get it now because, like, if I only did recordings, Was that you, Okie? Are you the one that made me about to jump out of my chair? Was it you? Come on, confess. Confess. I didn't even know my Streamlabs was on because I don't see it working anywhere. But anyway, back to the internet. I think that's why a lot of people record and upload. You was in top chat, sorry. I don't quite understand that. What does that mean, you were in top chat? There's something about that I'm not understanding for sure. Where do you even determine that at? Hello, Ken, welcome. But I think that's why a lot of people record and they upload. This, I believe, is episode 4. It's the one that's on both of our channels. I'll announce this, again, we do have to start over, but it's still going to be neighbors. It's still going to have the same characters. Obviously, there's going to be some changes. We don't want you to watch the same thing all over again. And there's obviously, because now I'm a little better at editing and stuff, I'm still learning new stuff. It's going to be a much better one, but you have to be, or at least subscribe to Backwoods Gaming, because that's where they're going to be. And that is just an upload channel. But I'm beginning to think that's why a lot of channels actually do that record and upload. I think it's because they can avoid internet issues. But I don't want to give up my live streaming. I don't. Kind of like my live streaming, and it's what I do. I also like recording too, and be honest with you guys. Well, Ken, we have to start over because we can't just move all of those videos over to Backwoods Gaming. And you got like the first 4 or 5 where I didn't know how to edit. I'm still learning. So, like the beginning of it is kind of choppy. And then when you get closer to the upper episodes, they're not. And because it's a new channel, right, and we can't move them all over, and I'm missing an episode, period, because it didn't stay on my end. It didn't record. I mean, it recorded, but it only recorded my image, the Sheriff Hawks image. It didn't record anything else. And I had it set on the video. I was watching the video, but I had an update going in the background too. And I guess because of that, it did not record the video. So there's a whole episode also on my end totally missing. Yeah, it would be hard to... Very funny, Okie. And to answer your question, yes, you would. So... But that kind of leads me into the world of YouTube. What a different world this is. And I call it a different world because, one, it relies on the internet. Funny how them two things are related, huh? You you got to have the internet to do it. You got to have a certain speed to do it. And your streaming services, well, they kind of take some upload. See what I mean? So if you don't have the upload, well, there goes that. And then, well, you got the definitions of which you stream in. I think Jags is currently streaming in 1440, and I'm streaming in 1080. Now, I could stream in 1440, but I don't have a 1440 monitor. And hey, just to let you guys know how new I am to the world of YouTube, I didn't really know your monitor had anything to do in the quality you stream in. And I never knew that. So, like, if I didn't have a 1080 monitor, I wouldn't be able to stream in 1080. So, but I do, and I'm glad I do. Trust me, I'm very glad that I have that. So what's a YouTube life? Well, I'm going to give you all my impression of a YouTube life. A YouTube life to me is you got to make time to stream, but that's a definite. You got to design a channel, and that doesn't sound like hard work, but if you want the channel to look good, it's hard work. Now, I've had a lot of help with that. Some people that you wouldn't even guess, right? You streamed last night to show off the castle. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Okie. You did that right when I was still fighting my internet. I couldn't watch hardly anybody do anything. You'll probably start a Wasteland series just for fun. Not without me, you're not. I object. Even though I can't play it yet. But I know whatever it is probably something small. It's just got to be found. But it's got to be something in there because it's working for everyone else. That tells me that it's not the mod. It's something in me. A Wasteland series without the sheriff. I want to do a multiplayer with that one. You go back and watch it. No, I am going to go back and watch it now that you told me that. That's why we're just talking tonight. I want to see. I'm keeping an eye on my internet status while I'm streaming this to see if it's still bouncing. They say they fixed it. That's the email. But I don't trust them. And that's also part of my YouTube life is how many other people have crappy internet companies? Is it just me, or like does no, not a backwoods series. I just want to do a multiplayer series with it, you know. That's not part of backwoods. I mean, we could easily squeeze it into backwoods if we wanted to, but that'd be a discussion for everybody else. I'm not opposed to it. I want to do a multiplayer with it. Because that game is funner to play in multiplayer than it is in single. And honestly, I think it's because it's actually a very hard version when you want to get right down to it. Just walk past the wrong building. It won't take you long to figure out why it's a harder version. It kind of makes me look forward to like when they put bandits in 7 Days to Die, the vanilla version. Like, I think that's going to be cool because they're part of what makes the Wasteland mod harder. Walk past a certain building because, like, now you got people, right, with guns, and they shoot back. But how many of you out there in YouTube land have crappy internet? Is it just me, or anybody out there have a crappy internet like me? You know, a company that does things at the oddest time. I don't know. I have fun playing the vanilla by myself, but at the same time, I do love multiplayer too. With that game, I can do either one. With certain mods, I think multiplayer is better. Might be low setting. Oh, yeah, it would be hard on a low setting. I definitely agree with you, MD. There's so much stuff in there that can kill you. You don't even know what it is half the time, okay? No one does. I used to. So you switch companies. Well, see, that's the problem I have here. There's no other company available. It's this one. Actually, there is one more, but it's worse than the one I got, and I know that because I had them before. They're called CenturyLink, but now here they changed their name to Brightspeed. And they're worse. Story Bouquet, how the hell have you been? I hope you are doing well. There's another channel you guys should check out, Story Bouquet. But how have you been? But to me, that's your internet is definitely part of your YouTube life. I kind of tie them together. I think you've died 8 times in 49. I could beat you, MD. I could beat that. I'm pretty sure I could hit 12. And another good one really is Black Forest. That's another good mod. It's just man the the copyrights because of that music. And no matter what I do in the settings, I can't get the music to stop. So I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I'm probably going to stream it anyway because I'm not monetized. So seems like unless they get really mad at me and delete the channel, they're just going to give me a copyright. But not in the game itself. Usually only when if I go near one of them places where he has that music playing. But I love the large wandering hordes that he has. I think them are awesome. I love the fact that some of the zombies actually shoot. And I think that would be a great multiplayer as well because, wow. I mean, could you imagine that one in a multiplayer with the size of wandering hordes you would get? Holy crap. That could be something. And in the Christmas mod that I'm playing, the Nord Army, they actually seem to have pretty good size ones too. Let's see, Day 49 Horde was many demos and cops. Oh, awesome. Jason, how the hell have you been? Also, check out Jason Gaming. Talks, you need to stream the Asylum mod. It'll make you poop your pants. If I knew how to do zip folders and all of that, I would. But right now, with the zip folders, I can't even get the Wasteland mod to work. The only ones I can get every mod to work except Wasteland. And the Asylum mod, I think you have to zip folder it in or something because it's not in my mod launcher. I think eventually it might be, and I hope it is, because it sounds really cool. I haven't heard anything bad about it. So there's part of YouTube life. Your internet. Well, what's the other part of YouTube life, y'all? Your computer. Yes, here we go. Boy, there's a conversation, isn't it? If your computer's too weak, you can't stream very well. Yeah, mine just says copyright. I don't know which one they are. Because, again, I don't want people confused. I stream for fun. I'm not a professional streamer, guys. I'm not a professional YouTuber. Okay, I mean, I don't even know if I have the personality to be a professional YouTuber, to be honest with you all. I'm not sure what that takes. I don't know if I have the right look, the right voice, the right personality. I'm assuming you'd kind of require all those things to, be successful, in YouTube. But your equipment is part of it too. I have what you call a mid-level computer. It's to me, it's expensive. Okay, I'm guessing to like professional gamers, they would look at my rig and go, yeah, but I would change this, and this. And for the most part, they're right. And they are. But my wallet says I would love to make that change, but I don't have the change to make the change. So you do the best you can with the equipment you've got. I've upgraded my computer, I think, 3 times in the last 5 years just to be able to stream the things that I'm able to stream. And I'm thankful for it too. Sheriff, you have the looks for a radio. Well, thank you, Ken. I'm quite positive I don't exactly have, I'm not a debonair kind of guy, okay? I am a, what you call a man's man. I don't, I don't primp myself. I'm a blue jeans and t-shirt kind of guy. I don't like dressing up at all for any reason. I'm extremely outspoken. That's why I wonder if I really have the personality to really be a successful channel. Also has the voice for a mime. Oh, I do not, Okie. But I've had a lot of help along the way, and I do love to shout them out. Some names you will recognize, and some you may like or may not like. But, listen, when somebody does something good, to me, if you don't appreciate them, then you're an ass. And I'm an asshole, that's a given, but I'm not an ass, not like that. Get myself one of those fancy spiky haircuts. I'm going to have to pass on that, Jason. That's just not in my DNA. It says no. I'm half Apache, so I have kind of long hair. I'm always going to have long hair. I don't give two shits about style. I care about blue jeans and my frickin' t-shirts. That's it. I don't care about the rest of it. I don't like suits. I own one and only one, and I only wear it like during funerals, and I'm not big on weddings. Spa day? No. I've never been to a spa. Never going to be either. That's just not my cup of tea. I would drive by that and look at it and laugh at the guys coming out of it myself. Yes, I'm that guy. But when I first got started, guys, I didn't know a damn thing, to be perfectly honest with you. I remember having to ask how to turn a computer on because I didn't have a clue, okay? Not one. Let's see. Shit. It's shorts for me. Well, before you got old, and now it's too cold. Damn cold. Yeah, it's very cold here, that's for sure. But a couple of names that I will throw at you guys that took time out of their busy schedule to help me. You had Dan from Life is a Game. He helped me. He didn't teach me everything I wanted to learn, but to say he didn't help me would be a lie. You had Patrol Gaming. He took one whole day to come in and teach me a few things that I didn't know. Then, of course, you've got Jags, and he did a lot more than help. He was more than a help. He was actually, well, I guess you could call him a teacher. Taught me quite a bit. From editing, I'm still learning too, so let's not get it twisted. I'm definitely not a professional streamer. I'm more professional now than I ever have been. When I first got started, hell, I think I cussed more than I talked. Hawks, I'm wondering how many years it took you to learn how to go live or to upload a video. Well, it took me approximately 4 hours to learn how to go live. And it took, I think, well, Jags taught me how to upload a video in a matter of minutes. Nora and friends, how are you doing? There's another nice guy. Very nice man, Nora. And that stands for North. Oh boy. I'll get it right somewhere. But it's railroad action. North something railroad action, damn it. I'll get it right somewhere, right? I'll give Hawks. And I give Hawks pep talks. No, your name was coming up there, Ken. Ken has taught me a lot about promoting, which I'm still working on. DJ Odyssey was a huge help, both in the channel page, which is not complete, Northern Ohio Railroad. Thank you. I couldn't quite remember what it was. And thank you, MD, as well. But it's not that it takes long to learn. It's sometimes like you got to understand. I work. Everybody's, we all got a life outside of YouTube. Like YouTube, for the most part, you're streaming. You're basically an entertainer. You're putting on a show, or at least you're trying to. And in some cases, people like what you do, and in other cases, they don't. And to me, that's kind of the world of YouTube. It's just made up of all kinds of people, and you'd never know what you're going to get out of it. So along the way, you make friends, and well, and some people just don't like you, right? Or they see your channel like, eh. And I get that a lot too, because I'll get people that'll subscribe and then, they don't stay very long. The next day they'll leave. And maybe it's because I said the F word, or maybe it's because I stream in 1080 and not 1440. I don't know. I work with the best that I can work with because it's what I got. I don't have anything else. But on top of computer and internet and software updates and learning the ropes and promoting your channel and hoping one day to be that one guy that says, okay, I made it this far. You got YouTube people. Now, I call them communities because to me, that's what they are. That's what you guys are. Not just in my Discord, but even here. You're the people that I look for when I come on. And sometimes you get people who make you defecate yourself. I'm guessing you could. There's all kinds of people in YouTube, but I'm only interested in the ones that I care about. And what I care about is my community. You're saying there ain't more. I've seen channels got a couple of million subscribers, right? So obviously there's a shit ton more. I don't know them. Maybe they're nice. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But as a community, you guys are the ones I look for when I go live or, you upload a video, and you're the people that you kind of want to see in there. You guys are the judges of the channel, if you will. Like, you guys are what I look for. Is this okay? Are you entertained? And to me, if you keep coming back, then all right, then maybe it's entertaining. Or at least, as a YouTuber, you hope it is. Sometimes it is. And you got your off nights. Like the last 2 nights I tried to stream that damn Christmas one, and the internet works for a couple of hours, and it says, oh, you're ending early tonight. You don't plan on it, but you do. And you judge hard. Well, I don't think everybody judges hard there, Okie, but we know you certainly do. Oh, this is the cave one. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. Episode 4. I can almost pinpoint them even without the sound being on. But you guys are important to any channel. So as a YouTuber, one, you learn to appreciate the community because it's what you got. Whether it's big or whether it's small. And, I've had people tell me, well, you're a, I forgot what that word was. Oh, a dead channel. I'm not a dead channel, because if I was a dead fucking channel, there wouldn't be anybody here. This is just talking, and there's some people here, maybe only 6, but it's not an empty room. Covey, happy Thursday to you too, my friend. How the hell you been? If you guys haven't checked out Covey, if you like Bethesda games, that's the guy to go to. He knows Bethesda inside and out. Personally, you're streaming and hanging out with newfound friends in a sense. Can't wrap my head ever around the mindset that they are potential cash cows in a sense. Community makes or breaks a place. I agree with that, and I don't see anybody as a cash cow. One of the rules on my channel, and it's never going to change, is I don't want anybody tipping if you can't afford to. I don't want anybody doing that because you have homes, you got families, and if you're like me, you got bills. And if you're a streamer, oh Lord, I know you got expenses. You know how I know? All you got to do is look down at your computer. That's an expense. And then look over at your internet box because that's an expense. But I appreciate everybody that supports this channel. DJ Odyssey. Are you eating beef tonight? Don't say ramen, DJ. I want to hear steak, because that's a man's meal right there. Unless you're a vegetarian. I don't have any vegetarians in here, do I? Because, I mean, if I do, I don't want to be offending anybody. Now, with streaming also comes what you stream. Ken, he is a talk show, and so is Deej. But Deej also does some gaming, which is fucking cool. If you're a talk show, to me, that might be tougher than what I do. I'm a gaming channel, right? Then look at the mental health you have to pay for after Hawks Fallout 4 stream. Deej, you're fine. It's just a stream. Deej, did you get that downloaded? Oh, you mean the Wasteland. Man, I cannot wait till I get that. You're sorry you're playing Fallout 76. Good game. Not sure where you heard you had a dead channel, but they are wrong. I've seen some dead channels. Well, where I heard it's not relevant, I don't ever buy that it's a dead channel. A dead channel to me is, I don't even really think there's any such thing as, I think the persistency pays off. And like, no matter to me what you're streaming, somebody's going to have an interest somewhere. It's just a matter of, patience or, getting them to pop in and say hi. Sometimes they do, and, well, I mean, other times they don't. But no, I do not consider myself a dead channel. I don't know that I'm ever going to be monetized or even see 1,000. Like I said, I'm not good at advertising. I don't know much about promoting. My channel page needs some work. It looks better than what it did thanks to DJ, but it still needs work. Like, it doesn't have the proper links up. I don't like the fact that there's just a PayPal link on there. I don't even think that belongs in there, and I don't really want it in there. I want other channel links, like the channels that I watch or the channels I support. I want their link in there, recommended channels or channels that I would recommend. Yeah, I agree with that, Jason. I don't agree with dead channels. I don't. To me, once you start judging another person's channel, it just shows that you see everybody as competition, but I don't see big channels as competition. I see them as something to learn from. Because to me, I don't really care what a person streams, you could think it's the most asinine thing. Like, there's a guy, this is true. You guys are not going to believe me, but look it up. Go on YouTube and type it in. But there's a guy that literally streams knitting. Now, I know that sounds weird because I didn't know guys knitted. When I was a kid, that was like a woman thing, you know? Like, I didn't know men would do it, but obviously this guy does. And he knits with either his girlfriend or his wife, and I don't know which one. But it popped up on my feed, right? Because I watch a lot of YouTube on my television. I can't join chats when I do it. Well, I don't even think there's competition then, Colby. I guess the people could see it as competition, but I don't, because to me, like, if somebody found success, rather than seeing them as competition, I'd rather learn from them. Because obviously, they did something right, or maybe they know something you don't. Sometimes they can help you. But like when it comes down to, well, you need to stream at this level, well, sometimes you can't. And I'm one of those, right? Like, I know within the next 6 months, I could probably stream at 1440, which would improve the quality of my streams. But at the present moment, I am locked in to 1080. And hell, my TV's 1080, but I've had the same TV for about 15 years. Probably need a new one, but I don't have a new one, so that's what I got. Still got a good picture on it, and my computer obviously is 1080, so my monitors are also 1080. Could I upgrade it? I think in the next 6 months I will. Even for those no, not for those shower videos. But I never see channels as competition, because to me, like I said, if they made success, that seems more like talent and knowledge than it does competition. So I don't see them as something I should hate or be envious of, but rather maybe something I should be learning from. Because as a YouTuber, obviously we all hope at one point we make it. Right now I'm at, well, never mind. Can't quite see. But 380 something. And don't look it up, because it's not time for me to look at that anyway. So, well, I'm like everybody else. I hope to one day hit that 500 mark. I don't care about commercials, so I guess if my goal is 1,000, I could say I'd be happy, but I'm still not going to run commercials. I don't like them. I don't care for them. Plus, I don't think they pay anything anyway. Mr. Krabs, you legend ahoy, my friend. How the hell have you been? Too late? You had to look it up, huh? But I would love to hit 500. Because to me, if I had membership, I could sit on it and save it and then use it to either repair or upgrade the computer, or both, just to keep up with the channel. Maybe even upgrade what I stream in, like going from 1080 to 1440. I don't think I would ever stream in anything 4K or something unless I won the lottery and I could afford me one of them computers that could swing that, and then maybe get something like really high quality internet that I wouldn't have to worry about my speeds. Then I would, Like, I know people that can stream in 4K and shit like that, but I'm not one of those. I don't have anything 4K in my whole house, so. But I am, I'm going to be. Oh God, this is where Oki's going to really attack me, but I'm going to be 59 this month. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, wow, 59. Whew, can't believe it. Like 59. This is where I convinced Deputy Jesse Jaggs to jump. And he jumped. It's like 1, 2, 3, jumping. He jumped. I just stood up there too. I knew you were going to say something. I figured that'd be Okie, but this time it is DJ. You are not much younger than me, Deej. You also are in your 50s, and I'm telling you, yeah, that 59 ain't far away from you, right? What? I could have sworn you have been turning 70. I knew it, Okie. See, you're 47 now. This is BS, LOL. Well, how old did you think I was, Jason? I don't see Buff in here. I'm looking. I don't see Buff. Why don't I see Bored Old Fart? He didn't sneak. Well, anyway, Bored Old Fart, obviously I missed you when you came in. So we'll say hello. Your Fortnite stream is really starting to take off. Well, that's what I was telling you. About Fortnite. If you like it, you should play it because I think there's an audience. Oh, you just called me an old fart. I am not. You're only as old as you feel. Where I personally can't play the game or watch the game, I don't discourage other people from playing it because there is an audience for it. And it's not about what I like. If it's your channel, it should be what you like. Doesn't mean I don't support your channel or I will not shout your channel out. Yes, I will. And the truth is, if you're a small channel, I wish you success. And if I could help you, I would. I do as much as I can. I mean, I know how to shout people out and stuff, but I don't know much else yet. But I'm working on it. Battlefield 2042. Is that the new one that came out? That Battlefield one, the one that just came out not long ago? That is awesome, Nora. Congratulations. Damn, Hawk, you must be 80 if you're only as old as you feel. Well, I don't feel that old. Certainly not 80. Not even. If you are only as old as I feel, then I'm 112. Oh, Ken, quit lying. You know you're 150. You have crazy rocket kills. I don't own that game, but is that the new one? Like the one that came out not very long ago? I would wonder though, like even if I had the money and I could buy the game, would my PC even play it? You know? Kind of wondered that. Because there's a game called six days in Fallujah, and I would love to get that game. It's just not in my price range, or I'd already have it. But I don't know if my computer would play it. So what's another part of YouTube? Steam, especially if you play on PC. Now, if you don't play on PC, I guess then it's your PlayStation Network, right? Battlefield 6 is the newest one to come out. I see, okay. And to think, I actually used to play Battlefield, but it certainly ain't Battlefield 6. Okay, that one's a few years old. I might have played that one, but I think I played the one before it. I think I played the first or second one. I haven't played it since. But back then I was the PS4. And I played a shit ton of Call of Duty. But now I heard that the Call of Duty one something went wrong with it or something because you got a lot of people demanding a refund. So I don't know. Well, I am glad to hear that, Nora, and I'm glad you're finding success. I wait till they fix a few things. But that's another part of YouTube, Steam. So, as a YouTuber, it's not just streaming a game. You got to stream a game you like. Two, you also got to find an audience for it. And that's not always easy either. Some games I look at, I would love to stream. But then I look at my wallet, and the wallet says no. And, well, this is Christmas month, so there will be no new games in the repertoire of Sheriff Hawks Gaming because, look, man, I don't lie to people. I don't have it within me to buy for myself and then miss a gift for Mrs. Hawks or Alexis or, the children of the family. That's not something I can do. But after the new year, I will go through. I have a wish list, so I will go through it because I put games on there that I want, not so other people can go on there and buy them for me, but so I remember what the hell I wanted. Because if it's on there, that means I watched a preview and I wanted to play it. Sometimes I watch for them to go on sale. I don't watch what you call the Black Friday sales because, again, and I hope y'all understand, even if it's just a $5 game, that could be a small gift for, it's Christmas time, and to me, you got, I have a tendency to kind of make sure everybody has a little bit of Christmas, okay? That's a holiday I'm not willing to kill or get rid of. That I can't do. And to help you guys understand, when I was a kid, I was in foster care, and for 3 years I was in a place called the Catholic Children's Home. And for 3 years they would wake us up at 9 a.m., which, don't get me wrong, they woke you up at that time every morning anyway. You'd go into this room, there'd be a tree, some idiot dressed like Santa Claus, and if you have kids, plug their ears. I've never believed in teaching kids about Santa Claus, no more than I think it's a tradition. I think it's bullshit, and I do not practice the whole Santa Claus thing. But anyway, the guy would be in there dressed like Santa, and he gave everybody a little gift, and this little gift was a watch. Now, this was one of those weird places where you weren't allowed to wear jewelry, so I don't know why they would give you a watch, because they considered it jewelry. But this was like one of them cheap watches you would get for free. Remember back in the day, if you're old enough, you'd remember this. If you filled up your gas tank or you spent over X amount in gas, you got a free watch. It was one of those. So at 9 a.m., you'd get this watch. And at 9 p.m., they'd take it away. They'd tell you it was yours and it'd be in your belongings if and when you ever left. Now, the first year, I didn't know any better, obviously. It was my first year there. The second year, they did the exact same thing. And lo and behold, it was the exact same watch. It was almost like they just kept giving the same watches out over and over again. And I actually believe that because that's where they did. That the third year was the same thing. For that reason, I've never been willing to get rid of Christmas, ever. I used to play a game on Christmas for those 3 years. They had a big backyard, and we had a 12-foot privacy fence, because it wasn't a house, right? It was like I don't know how to describe it to y'all. 2 floors, and then you had a left and a right, you know what I mean? And the one side of the wall, that's where the girls were, which you could hear them, but you could never see them. And then on our side was the male side. But they had a 12-foot fence, and we used to have a Christmas game, and I still play it to this day when I get a chance. And the game was, you would walk down the fence, And for all the kids, the ones that would come outside, you try to guess what they got. Some was easy. You could always tell if it was a bike. They'd give that away so fast. Kind of took the fun out of the game. It was like a guessing game. And I remember because it was kind of fun to us. High points. Yes, somehow there's some gambling on, but I didn't turn it on, so I guess it just comes with it. So I don't give up Christmas at all. And to be clear, no, I'm not looking for sympathy because I don't require any. 2, it didn't kill me, it just made me stronger. 3, it made me appreciate Christmas a lot more. So for every bad thing, there's always a good thing. But I still remember it. And it's a constant reminder that Christmas has its own meaning to each individual. So with the whole winds turned south, supposed to be slowly warming up. 15, you got 15 inches of snow? For real, I ended up with 3 or 4. We didn't even get the snow we were supposed to get. Yeah, I haven't seen my Streamlabs doing anything. Jags is playing a game, or I'd ask him to go in there and find out why my Streamlabs isn't even on. But it isn't. And I see that, but I don't know why. But maybe because even though I'm streaming, I don't know if it'll let me open this, but let's try. Let's go to CloudBot. It does. Aha! So maybe I can see. Inactive. Why is that inactive? Oh, activate CloudBot on. Now it's active. Well, it turned itself off again, so now it's active. I don't know if it'll kick on now or not, guys, but I just activated it. And we'll see, and because I'm already streaming, so I don't know. But that's the other part of YouTube, is the games that you play. So as a gaming channel, certain games, and I've noticed this, like Jag streamed, I can't remember the name of the game he was streaming, but there was like almost a couple of hundred people. What is your Steam handle anyway, or is it a secret? Sheriff Hawks. No, it's not a secret. It's Sheriff Hawks. But he was playing this game, and I can't remember which one, but it was new. And this is weird too. This actually happened, guys, and you can ask him if he can listen or if he's hearing. He had a bunch of people in there. I mean, he had a shit ton. Okay, there it goes. Now it's working. You have 4 points, Nora. I don't know how do you get points. I don't quite get that, but you do have points. But anyway, he had a shit ton of people in there, but they wouldn't hit the like button, right? At all. They just wouldn't hit it. And they didn't leave any comments. And I think he gained maybe 2 or 3 subscribers. But you would think with all them people being in there and he was streaming that new game, right, that you would have got a lot more than that out of it. But he didn't, which was weird. And I've had that too. When I was playing Fallout 4 once, there was 80s, 90s something people in there. But none of them did anything. Like you couldn't get them to hit the like button or nothing, right? It was weird as shit. But that's part of a gaming channel, is you got to pick out games that you like. And when a new one comes out, you got to go through them to see if there's any of them that you like that you would stream. And if they're new, that seems to attract attention. My favorite part of YouTube, though, is the people. And what I mean by the people is all of you. You guys are what make the channel. I have a channel. Well, that's plain to see. Sheriff Hawks Gaming. But without you guys, there really isn't a channel. You guys make the channel. I think some YouTubers forget that. They forget that their success comes from the people. It doesn't come from somewhere else. It comes from the people themselves. So whether you're a big channel or a small channel, always appreciate those that come in. Just say you tolerate me. I could say that, except it's not true. I actually love your sense of humor there, Deej. Man to man, I think you belong on radio or TV or something. You're fucking hilarious. And Ken is too. Ken's got one of those personalities that he's a natural born smartass, but funny at the same token. Everybody's got their own talent. Tansy, incredible music. And by the way, that song you sent in Discord, thank you for that. It was very pretty. The songs you've done for my channel, for our characters, for neighbors, man, thank you for that too. Excellent talent. Well, you do have the face for radio. Yeah, I've been told that. In fact, I just got told that earlier right here in this stream that I have a face for radio. But I'm not in a beauty contest. I don't claim to be Mr. Handsome. And I don't want to be. Sent you an award. How do you send an award? I don't even understand how you send an award. I don't even know what an award is. You must be talking about Steam. And I see them on there, but I don't know what the hell you do with them. I don't even know what they're on there for. Perhaps you could help me understand that. What the hell? That house needs leveled. What happened? No, it doesn't. You leave my house alone, DJ. I know what the hell you mean. Mr. Dig under a house and make it fall down. You know, when you did that in your stream, you know I watched that, right? LOL, Deej. I will one day carry us to the glory and victory. Glory and victory of what? Needs meds. Another channel, I just caught her streaming the other day. It was a medieval mom. And she doesn't play 7 Days to Die, but she does build in it. And she actually was building Sheriff Hawks Jail and Reverend Hawks Church, which I think is funny and neat. Quite a nice lady. So you have plenty of channels to check out, guys. Plenty. But I think it's the YouTube life is, if you're lucky, you get a good community. I got lucky. I got one of those. Yeah. If you're lucky, your computer will work long enough for you to actually start a channel. Okay, I've been 70% lucky in that. I've had some computer fuck-ups, believe me. If your internet's good, you can stream on a regular basis. In that regard, I've been rather unlucky. Yes, you recently subbed her channel. Yes, she's a very nice lady. I do like her builds. I think the way she puts it is her escape, and you know what? I understand that, because sometimes when you want the world to turn off for a while, still waiting for rebuild. Yeah, me too. I want to do rebuild. I want to do a multiplayer in the Wasteland, but I can't get the son of a bitch to work. Just irritating the shit out of me. And I know it because it's something small, and I know it is. I'm just overlooking it. There goes Streamlabs. Now it's working. Everything has its good and its bad. YouTube can offer you some trolls on occasion. In my lifetime, I think I've only dealt with 3. And I get rid of them. My boy is a Twitch streamer, Hawks. Eventually, I'm going to stream on both Twitch and YouTube. I got to have someone explain Twitch to me because I don't, that's new to me, okay? I had to learn YouTube, which means I'd also kind of have to learn Twitch too. What did you call me? What do you mean what I call you? Nothing. I haven't called you before. I said you're a natural born smartass. Referring to your sense of humor. Well, if you had a little larger space on your main hard drive, it sets you up like, yeah, I'm working on that too, believe it or not. I'm wanting to get a 2 terabyte M.2. I made a mistake when I got 1, but guys, I'm poor, so look, it was a little cheaper, and I thought, well, 1 terabyte's got to be enough. Turns out I was wrong. God, don't write that down, please. You've been called a troll. I do live under a bridge. No, I had 1 female troll and 1 male troll. The female was lonely and thought I was cute, but I don't play that game. So this was way back on when I was streaming on from my console. And then I had a guy tell me I was too old to be playing games. So, yeah. Yeah, so why did I hear Hawks needs another smartass other than Ken and Deej? Well, I'm your Huckleberry. Oh, you're a smartass too there, Shade, but we love you. I think every single one of us have a little bit of smartass in us. And my personality says I have to be part smartass. It's in my DNA, y'all. Don't hold it against me. I can't get it out of there. All right? Yeah, he is. I'll be on his panel again this coming Sunday, a mere 3 days away. I do not know what we're streaming about. So what do you do with the YouTube life? Well, I'm going to give you my opinion. You stream and you have as much fun as you possibly can. Oh, you're okay, Shade. Support those that support you, or at least do your best. Oh, no, you didn't. Stop clipping that, Deej, you smartass. You are not innocent. You are the opposite. If I looked up smartass in a dictionary, I'm going to find a series of names, mine being one of them, but yours is going to be right next to it. And it'll probably give our address and everything, for all I know. Shit. To me, the key to YouTube is have fun. And don't worry about the rest. Just have fun. If you're having fun and your community is having fun, then you're doing fine. How do you handle with the BS in YouTube? Well, I'm going to help you guys with that too. And again, these are just my opinions. I think you'd be surprised what my recap is of this year, of this last year. I don't know what your recap of this last year. Well, what is it? Great guy, bad judge of character. I'm not a bad judge of character. Ken is actually a nice guy, but on his channel, come on, be fair, he's a smartass, and so am I. But it takes one. If you're not a smartass, your sense of humor is dry, like the desert, like you're carrying sand in your pocket. And you are a pirate, Mr. Krabs. You know all about that there sand. So, before I continue with how you handle the bad in YouTube land, what was... Ah, god damn that shit. Holy fuck. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, a little poo came out. I might have to go get me a Depends. That scared me. You got me, Ken. I'm waiting on that recap there, Shade. Well, give me a rundown before I get into the other. I haven't done my yearly recap. I ain't been on this channel for a year, so I ain't gonna get no yearly end cap. It ain't been a year yet. Shame on you, Tansy. Actually not, but that's funny. Where in the hell did Shade go? I'm wanting that recap. Was it a good recap? Was it a bad recap? Talk to me. It's in... Sent it in Discord. Well, let me see if I can see that there. Let me see. My top list is supported this last year. Spartan, me, done. See, I need that too. I need to put people's links in there. They're not in there, but I should have that in there. You got me, Ken. So, how do you handle the bad? Let me talk to you. First of all, when you deal with trolls, and I had to, the first thing you do is confront them. Don't run. Don't hide. Don't ignore them. It doesn't work. I don't know which ones I gave the top to. This year's been tough for me to follow anybody hardly. This has been like the worst year ever. So like I'm looking forward to the new year because there's no way 2026 can be as bad as 2025. I mean, in all honesty, right? First you had the turf wars. Gee, what a big help. Cost me a lot of work. Then I went through slow season. I survived it, and mainly because of you guys. And God bless you for it, and I mean that. Then the government shut down. Well, frickin' great. That one hurt. Which is why I gained a new attitude, whereas if the government shuts down, I don't think congressmen or senators should get a paycheck either. If they can't do their job, then they certainly shouldn't be getting paid. I'd support that bill. I think we the people should get to vote on that bill. Yeah, I do. And thank you, Shade, very much. I try to support every channel that I can. I watch a lot of you. I don't always get to see you live, but I do watch it. But now back to your trolls. You confront them face to face. I don't mean that you're going to be able to see them. What I mean is you don't dodge them, you don't duck them, you certainly don't give them fear. I don't care who they are. A troll is a troll, right? There's rules to a troll. One, never listen to what they say, never believe a word that comes out of their mouth because they're a fucking troll. It's what they are. And I don't give them anything other than what they are. I have no interest in what they say or who they say it to or even why they're saying it. None at all. Because if you come into a channel and you're rude and you're mean and you're attacking somebody, I'm sorry. You are a troll. Second rule, it's easy to block people, but many people have more than one channel. So just blocking them is not enough. So that should be an easy lesson to remember, that blocking them is not... Nah, you've never been a troll, and you do not resemble that at all. You're outspoken, but I got nothing but respect for that. So blocking them can only do you good for a little bit, and then they just return. And the third thing is, don't show them fear or hesitation. The minute you give someone power over you, that was your first mistake. Never give a person power over you, your own beliefs, or your own life. Much less your own channel, because in reality, a troll cannot hurt your channel as much as they believe they can. They cannot. They can talk if they want to. At least that's what my two trolls did. I had one male who thought I was extremely too old to be playing games, and one female that, I don't know, had a crush on me or something, or just liked to talk dirty. Very dirty. And that didn't offend me, by the way, just so you guys understand. I don't really care that they talk dirty. It's that I'm live streaming, and when this girl did it, this was on a PlayStation, and like she was talking some, yeah, like it's not hard to figure she was going down the rated X aisle of somebody get a camera. You know, like Jesse Jag's home videos there that he's filming that he keeps saying is Thai boat. Well, we know it isn't. Now, some are clever. The girl, she wasn't that clever. I banned her. I never heard from her again. The idiot that insisted I was too old to play video games, he just came back under another name. How did I get rid of him? Well, one, I just kept embarrassing the living shit out of him. Yeah, and there's no telling you. Yeah, you got that right, Colby. Because it's YouTube land, and you don't know the individual. You're reading a typed message, so you don't really know, right? Like there are certain people on YouTube I talk to. So them I know. But now, Tansy, not to change the subject or anything, but I was watching him play this right here game, and he was wearing one of them right there Girl Scout uniforms. Jesse can't read. I think Jesse thinks he was a Boy Scout, but he was really a Girl Scout. It's probably where he got them right there ideas of them there home movies. He was probably opening them cookies up. Oh yeah, true story right there. Jesse was a Girl Scout. So my way of getting rid of a troll is I confront them head on. I don't really care what they say. And it's not to disrespect any one of you in any way, shape, or form, but if you believe what a troll tells you, then I would highly suggest you get a higher IQ. Because trolls are trolls. I don't even know why they do what they do, because honestly, like I said, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I don't know what makes a troll want to be a troll. I really don't. I don't, and there's people that can attest to this. I don't agree with YouTube wars. I think they're stupid. And there are people that I do have conversations with, and they know the real me. Some of you don't, and I apologize. If you don't, you're getting to know part of the real me now, because this is not the sheriff talking to you. This is just plain old Hawks. Not the character, not the entertainer, just the guy. As a guy, I'm a very direct individual. I speak my mind. Do I offend people? Sometimes, yes, not purposely, but I do, because I don't believe in sugarcoating life. no more than I believe in telling people what they think they want to hear. I am entitled to my opinion just as much as you are entitled to yours, and I respect your opinion. I actually do. But at the same token, I expect people to respect mine as well. Yeah, I agree with you. YouTube does fail to manage the platform, especially when it comes to trolls. I mean, I was on PlayStation Network with my two, and you would have thought the network itself might have spotted that, but maybe they don't because I was streaming on YouTube. So maybe that is a YouTube thing. I don't know. But I know I had to contend with them both, and I did. But that's my advice when you get a troll. Don't ban them. Don't block them. Confront them. Put them in their place. They either learn or eventually they just go away. The young man that got pissed off that I was even streaming in the first place, it turned out it was because he was trying to start a channel. And I only had, I think, maybe 50 subs at the time, but he only had 10. And he was pissed because my subs didn't go subscribe to his channel and he was younger. That was his reason for trolling my channel, was because I didn't even have 100. I only had 50, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing anyway. And obviously, maybe he didn't either. But that's what it was all over. Because he only had 10 subscribers. Imagine that. An argument with a young person in his 20s got mad because a man that was 49 years old at the time had 40 more subscribers than he did. And for that, he felt the need to become a troll and attack my channel. Imagine that. That's how small YouTube really is. It's a big world out there, but in the end, it's really just small. And you got that right, Shade. Although, in all seriousness, I wouldn't mind, going back to my early 20s. It wouldn't offend me none. But I'd like to have all my memories intact if I did. That way I wouldn't make the same frickin' mistakes as I made before, I agree with that too. I think if you're in a YouTube channel, the idea is to come in and laugh and have fun. At least that's what I want from my people. Is to come in, laugh, have fun, let the real world slip away for a while. Don't worry, it always comes back. We know this better than anyone. If you're an adult and you have to do the adult life, you know full well, no matter what escape you got, real life always comes back to say, how you doing? And remind you the reality comes back. I used to tell my children all the time when they were young, if you want Disneyland, I'll buy you a ticket. But understand this and keep it in mind. You can go to Disneyland and you can pretend all you want. But at the end of the day, the park's going to close. And when it does, you're going to have to exit that gate. And when you do, it's right back to reality. So for your channel, that's one of the things I think's neat about your channel too. Claim to be a principal. Wow. No, I don't think I stopped reading the part where he did harm to, I don't care for stuff like that. I don't even think that stuff belongs on YouTube. I think there's a lot of places for YouTube, but I think YouTube could use some improvement in many ways. Like you can't call anything what it is. Like to me, if you have a crime show, okay, and you're reviewing a crime, because there's a lot of channels that review crimes, but now you can't say SA, Like, you know what I mean when I say it, but you can't even say that word. But if you're reviewing the crime, why would you not be able to say that when, to me, that's a serious problem that needs to be discussed? But because of YouTube, you can't have that discussion. Um, it's self-exit, you know, end the game, if you will. You can't say that, and that's a problem. So on YouTube, you couldn't even help somebody because you can't say the word that it's actually related to. It's almost like equivalent to saying you have free speech, but you don't have free speech. How you doing, Moni? But I don't see how you solve a problem if you can't discuss a problem. How do you discuss a crime if you can't discuss a crime? Because the word is wrong. Alexis, welcome. I don't understand how you expect to help anybody, right? If you can't actually have the conversation. Now, if one of you put that word in my chat, right, then I couldn't read it because YouTube could literally kick my channel off the air because I said a word that's not only real, but actually happens. And these are problems. So how do you solve a problem if you just get rid of the word? To me, you're basically saying we don't have that problem. But in today's modern world, we do have that problem. So they say that's politically correct. But what about a guy like me? I'm going to be 59 years old this month. Scares the shit out of me in a sense because my birthday is... How many days away is that shit now? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 days away. I get to wake up and go, woohoo, I am 59. Hey, but for right now today, I'm going to proudly say I'm 58. So until the 22nd gets here, I'm 58. Period. Hey, you old fart. At least you know you're still lingering. Oh, I ain't lingering. I'm living. And I'm going to keep living until the day I die. Because life, it's all upstairs in your head. I think Tansy said it best. Your mind remains the same. Your body, on the other hand, that's what changes. Now, I've been lucky in a sense. I haven't aged that bad at all. Your grandma turns 90 on the 29th. Well, God bless her. To be lucky enough to live 90, that's a good thing. On the other hand, I turned 59 on the 22nd. Little Katie, she turned 13 today. To me, if you live to be 90, I mean, wow. You can't complain if you live to be 90. That's like getting mad because you live to be 100. You know, that's the difference between young parts and old farts. Old fart lingers and usually smell funny. Now get the hell out of here. I don't smell funny. If you smell funny, you might want to try a shower. You know? In truth, we all forget a little thing called mortality. We all have it. When I was young, old people had a tendency to smell like mothballs. And I think it's because Back when I was a kid, they used to put them in their closet so moths or whatever would not eat their sweaters. So when they would put their frickin' clothes on, they smelled like mothballs. They smelled like an insecticide, you know, covered with that cheap, weird. I don't know what it is like back in my youth when the adults at that time would wear cologne that made them smell like they were like 95. You know, it's like, they're like, I smell good, and you'd smell it, and your fucking nose hairs would want to fall out your nose. You know, like you don't smell good. You smell like a combination of very old and mothballs. That too, Ken. Thank you. I forgot all about that. Now old people smell like chili. No, just this one, Okie, just me. That's right, I smell like a fresh brewing steamy piled pot of chili. Oh yeah. That and Old Spice. I'm an Old Spice chili, all right? And if you don't like it, plug your nose. Yeah, I forgot all about Bengay, that cream they used to put on their hands, you know. I don't even know what the hell that was for. What was that for? Anybody even remember what Bengay was used for by chance? Or am I the only one that can't frickin' remember that? Like, what? They had it, they wore it a lot because you could smell that shit, especially when they first put it on. Steaming pile of something. So what was it for? Like, if what was Bengay for? How did you get them little legs so far apart, Hawks? That poor moth. Shame on you, Shade. Uh, Menthol to reduce soreness. So like arthritis, then, right? Muscle pain. It's a pain relief. I wonder if that shit actually even worked. It's a muscle relaxer. Okay, so maybe not arthritis. So it wouldn't have been for joints. It was just for muscles. Yeah, okay. I guess that makes sense. But it did stink. But the main thing I remember was old people always smelled like mothballs. I wish they didn't, but yeah, they smell like mothballs. Joint and muscle. Just okay, so I guess it would have been also used for arthritis too. And you know what's weird? And this is true. Did you know more women get arthritis than men? I never figured that out, but they do. Like the number of men that get arthritis is way less than the number of women that get it. And it's not to say men don't get it, it's to say that women get it more often. Not that kind of joint. Ah, uh huh. Anybody know why that is? Like, why do women get arthritis more than men? My mom was diagnosed when she was 16 with, oh, that's a young age to have it. You're talking about arthritis, I think, right? But I think that's a, man, that is a um, serious thing to do there. Let's get rid of this stuff. Junk mail, y'all. I don't know why I keep getting stuff from them because I don't do anything. I don't even have Reddit, and I keep getting stuff from Reddit. What the hell is Reddit? What is that? I don't want it, but whatever the hell it is, why do they keep sending me emails trying to get me to get it? What the hell is Reddit? Well, now wait a minute. Arthritis, my entire body has it because of injuries and hard work. Yeah, I can understand that. What my question is, though, why do women get it more often than men? That's what I don't understand. Like, to me, arthritis wouldn't be like a male or female thing, but based on diagnosis, women get it much more often. I'm not saying men don't get it, I never said that, but women do catch it more often than men do. What I can't figure out is because of what it is why. Like, is there something in a woman's joints that make them get it more than men for a reason? You know, I'm just trying to, figure out the reasoning behind it because there has to be something. My in my family, the men got it more than women, and that makes sense. And there's going to be exceptions, but overall, it seems to be like women get it more than men. But I don't know why. That's not something that I can look at and honestly figure out. Now, I think childbirth would take a hell of a toll, but we're talking about arthritis like in their hands and their wrist. Men get that too, but women get arthritis in their hands and their wrist way more than a male does. What I can't figure out is why. Um, Vitamin D is destroyed stupid fast. Yeah, but I guess that could be hormonal. Yeah, that could be hormonal. Maybe. I don't know. Never studied that. Hell, Deej, he keeps calling on me to play because he's always cold and I have the fire. No, you don't. That's not why I call on you to play there, MD. If you research it's hormonal based. I got you. No, I have not researched it. It's just, well, women call it menopause, but I call it mental pause. Because that can make women mental. I don't even know why they call it menopause. Men need to take a pause. They got to take a step back. So, I call it mental pause. But it's not to offend you women. It's because when y'all go through the early stages of mental pause, yes, I'm sticking to it. That's my story, and I'm a sticking to it. Researched only because I have. Okay. I got you. Well, all right, guys. My internet is stable. Tomorrow night we're going back to Christmas. All right? That's right. I'm going to go get that airdrop and find me another damn trader, and we're going to fight a horde in there. The horde count is up, so when we get to horde night, it's going to be a doozy. Well, I know men get it. I'm not saying they don't, Ken. I said that from a moment on. Well, all I'm saying is women get it more often so than men. I know men get it. I had a grandpa that had it bad. Oddly enough, my grandma never really got it until she turned like 82. But he got it when he was like 55. What's the worst menopause and pre-menopause? The hot flashes. Maybe 10 degrees outside and you feel like, yes, and that confuses the shit out of men. You women literally make men sick. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a serious way. And I'm even going to tell you why. 10 degrees. Oh, you're talking about menopause? Well, I forgot to go through menopause. Because whatever it is, it don't make men mental. Women go crazy. And here's what I mean. It could be 10 degrees outside, freezing. You turn the heat on, and you turn it on because it's freezing and you want a warm house. Then the woman turns around and gets a hot flash. Next thing you know, she's turned the heat off. It's so cold in the house, a man's nipples are hard. His balls begin to shrivel and shrink. Why? Because he's freezing. So he'll go back there and he'll turn the heat back on, and then she will go get a fan and blow it right in front of her. In 2 days, a man's got a cold or the flu or worse, pneumonia, and the woman's going, I don't know what made you sick. And you just want to grab her by her earlobe and go, you made me sick. Take a pill, will you? Just because your body thinks it's 100 degrees outside, it's 10 degrees outside. If I could shape a diamond with my nipple, odds are you turn the heat off way too soon because it's freezing. And that's why men and women are different. But men and women are also the yin and the yang. So women, I'm going to give you a compliment. The man brings balance to the woman's life, and the woman brings balance to the man's life. The yin and the yang. So women, you are the yin to my yang. In short, your Chinese food. Hello, Stacy. Y'all had to know I was going to put a comedy twist on there, right? You're the yin to my yang. I'm definitely going to check that out. Bleep this, bleep that. Definitely going to check that out, Tansy. You got a hell of a talent. This is kind of fun just talking to you guys every now and then, but seriously, the only reason we didn't play a game tonight was to see if the internet was going to hold true, because I didn't want to go through another episode of, oh look, I got to end early again. See, and here I thought the difference between men and women was that, well, now there's a lot more differences than that. I mean, come on, Okie, if you don't believe me, just try to breastfeed. I'm stupid, not a man with D-wish. Are you pleading the fifth, Shade? I'm too outspoken to plead the fifth, because I find humor in everything. But yeah, there's definitely a difference between men and women, and it's okay. Like, we're not supposed to be the same, guys. Nora and Friends is lurking. Well, quit lurking. Come in and join this conversation, Nora. We know you got opinions, and we want to hear those too. But women shouldn't be ashamed of their differences, and men shouldn't be ashamed of their differences either. Ever occur to people that we're different because we're supposed to be by chance? A man's supposed to be a man, right? Women are supposed to be women. Men think more logically. Well, wait a minute. We have to pause that one for a second. Men with an IQ think logically. Women think emotionally. I know women hate that, but it's the honest truth. They do. It's a simple fact. Well, I don't know if I agree with that either, Stacy. I've seen women cry over a splinter. So I can't say you have a higher pain threshold, maybe when it comes to giving birth. But in everything else, you're not having a stronger threshold than a man. I mean, I've seen women cry over a bruise, a skinned knee. These are adult women I'm referring to, by the way. It used to be in a channel that was mostly men. You learn more about men than you wanted to. If you learned about men on a YouTube channel, Moni, you did not learn about men. On the internet, a guy can be anything he wants to be. It's not always what he tells you he is. It depends on the level of honesty that that man has. Like when I'm streaming and I'm Sheriff Hawks, that's my character. But it doesn't mean that on YouTube you get to know the real me. No one ever does. I've seen men with a cold that act like they're on their deathbed. That's not a man. That's called a bitch. And we call them a bitch. Because a real man knows he has to get up anyway. I am Batman. I am an asshole. But everybody knows that. So, you know. But women do. They think emotionally. Men think logically. The higher threshold, I think that's kind of a person. Well, that was because I was laughing that hard. That wasn't crying. That was just funnier than hell. Men can be so hard to take care of in nursing. I'm not hard to take care of. I mean, only in one sense. If you try to shove a bunch of drugs in me, I'm going to be a hard patient because you're not putting them in me. I didn't scream. I just went, oh, shit. Well, I didn't cry. I might have screamed a little. I mean, I went, or whatever. No, men think with their peepees. True, but if you take where they're not actually concentrating on women, then they don't. Eh? So it just depends. And not all men think with their peepees. Most men, I'll agree, do. But you women are just as perverted, if not perverted, than men. So quit acting all innocent like you guys are not perverted. I happen to know quite a bit about the difference in the species. I also know that women can be more perverted than any man ever thought of. And for the record, Stacy, I've never been one to think with my dick. The rules of attraction work this way. If a guy sees a girl, the first thing he asks himself, and you can deny this in the chat if you want to, because some men like to do this. The first thing we ask is, we ask ourselves is she fuckable? Now, women do the same thing. But women are a little smarter than men, and I know men hate to hear this, but it's true. All of your children are virgin births? Sure they are. We're going to have to rewrite the Bible now, Tansy. No, women are only open about their pervertedness to other women. They're generally not open about their pervertedness to another man unless they can control the man. Then they're extremely open about it, right? But women know if they're going to sleep with a man the minute she meets him. The guy has no idea, but she already knows. Men only ask one question. Is she, screwable? That's it. Then we want to get to know them. Because if there's one thing about women or men that women never understood is if you start talking stupid, we like you even less. Like you could be a perfect 10, but if you say something off the wall and crazy, we lose interest in you immediately. You have to have the death grip on us first. I'm glad you never ended up with a man like me, Stacy, because you would never get a death grip on me to begin with. I'm an asshole. There is no such thing. My philosophy's always been the same. You could kill me, but you're only going to do that once. And when you do, you got to spend the rest of your life hoping you don't get caught. As for me, story's over. But that's why I say women are smarter than men. But they're also more devious than men. Now here's the odd part of women versus men. Women often think that men are their worst enemy, but that's not true either. A woman's worst enemy is another woman. The one-eyed rooster. Hey, that thing between my legs is no rooster. Here's a question for you guys to try to answer. How in the hell did we come up with so many nicknames for a man's penis, a woman's vagina, and her bazoombas? Well, thank you, Stacy. I do my research. And I have found that women, because they think with emotions, and they do, and it's not an insult. It's one of the key factors when raising a child, that the fact that you guys think with your hearts and your emotion is what makes you damn good moms. Right? What I can't figure out, though, is like why other women become envious of other women. And they do, my God. I mean, woo, shit, the shit they get into. Well, YouTube doesn't like the other words, so rooster is I got you. You're right, YouTube doesn't. But I don't see why cock is a bad word, because a male chicken is better known as a cock. This is what I mean by so much for freedom of speech and the ability to call something what it actually is. If two roosters were fighting, you didn't go, I'm going to a rooster fight. You went, I'm going to a cock fight. Perverse and inventive is how we have so many names for body parts. Yeah, something. I've always wondered that. And they change every generation. Like there's always a new word to describe one of them. Yeah, now you can't call nothing what it is. Because for some reason, political correctness has gone so stupid that you can't call anything what it is. They all have a meat substitute. Well, that's true. But I have a question for vegetarians and vegans. How come they never look happy? But I got other questions too. Let's say you're a vegetarian. Now, women, don't get offended, but give this some thought if you're a vegetarian. First of all, is there any female vegetarians in my audience? Now, remember, this is a humorous channel, so don't take things personally if you happen to be a vegetarian. Is there any vegetarians in here? Except for you, Deej. You have to be a vegetarian because ramen noodles has no meat in it. Good one, Deej. But my question to one of them would be, if you're a vegetarian, now let's say you have a husband or a fiance or even a boyfriend that you've been with for a while, and you have a relatively romantic evening, and you give him head. Did you just violate your diet? Because technically, humans are of the animal species. So to me, if you're a vegetarian, you literally just put meat in your mouth. So if you're a vegetarian and you performed the oral copulation on a male, didn't you actually just violate your own diet? And what about a vegan? A vegan can't have anything from an animal. But your counterpart is from the animal kingdom. So it's the same thing. If you went home and, yeah, still in your mouth there, Shade. Still there. Does that make her a cannibal? Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Maybe women are cannibals. I mean, seriously. You can't say men are because, you know, fish is fish. We're getting in trouble, LOL. No, these are just questions from Mad Magazine, just in case you guys wonder, you know. Mad Magazine, you know, yeah, I am, yeah, Mad Magazine. Yeah, that's who I am. Is Mrs. Hawks here? I am picking her up tomorrow. Well, Mrs. Hawks, if you're here, hello, I didn't see you in here. I'm going through and trying to find Mrs. Hawks. I don't see her. Man, I better look again. Perhaps she popped in and I overlooked it. This could happen, being I only read part-time. Nope, I do not see Mrs. Hawks in here. Alexa, stop listening. You're grounded. Deej, she's going on 20th. You know this, right? Not to mention, she inherited her father's sense of humor. And if you don't know who her father is, you would never be saying that in the first place. You'd be grounding him. I said it because Deej said it, so I assumed she was here. No, she's not here. She's at her mother's till tomorrow because, as you guys know, her mom has dementia, so she's back and forth these days. But I don't like the way nursing homes treat people, and I don't think her mom belongs in one of those. I don't think any woman belongs in one of those, or any man. I respect what they do, but a lot of them just don't do their job, so yeah, I don't care about that. She is here? Well, where is she? I don't even see her anywhere. I didn't see her in my chat. Are you saying she's at your house, Deej? She can't be because I drove her to her mom's. Ha 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 ha. I see Miss Hawk's Gaming Channel, chat 33610. Now I gotta look again. Let me look again. Hang on. I'm looking. Still looking. I'm scrolling up. Still scrolling up. Deej, if you're doing this to make me scroll up, you're grounded. For a whole month. Not even a week, Deej. Still going up. Still going up. I see MD.
I didn't see you like in there.
I see everybody that I'm talking to. Hold on. Going up some more.
I didn't see you.
And still more. I don't know how much further it's going to let me go up before it says you went up too far. But because I've been on longer than I planned on being, I just wanted to keep an eye on my internet functions. Yep. Still looking. Well, why would I not see that? Maybe my settings are off. Now he said something about no, I don't want top messages, I want all. Alright, maybe that's why I'm not seeing her. Mine was on top messages too. She is here. Hello, miss. That's why I didn't see her. That makes no fucking sense. So why is it if you're on top messages, she doesn't even show up? That doesn't make any sense to me. That just seems totally wrong. I don't like this top message thing. That's got to go. Yeah, I see her now. And hello, Mrs. Hawks. But yes, she is at her mom's. She does help look after her mother at least 3 or 4 days a week, and then she's home. Yeah, you're still grounded. You're grounded for general purposes, Deej. Actually, you're grounded for bathing in ramen. I dare you ruin such good ramen. That could have been somebody's midnight snack. You could have fed the homeless with that, you know. And you took a bath in it. You're grounded for 2 months. How many ramen packages did you use in that bath?
Probably like 3 or 4.
We want to know.
Probably
How many packages did it take you
He took
to
9.
use
There's like
in that bath of ramen? And more importantly, did you put the spice packet in there too? Huh? Huh?
He took like 10 of them.
What is it, 20? 30? 10?
40?
How many homeless people did you deprive of a good homeless Thanksgiving?
100? 100?
Because to them, that would be Thanksgiving. Hey, do they have turkey-flavored ramen? I'm just curious. Like, they have chicken, they got beef, they got pork. Hell, they even got some kind of chili pepper thing and something else. You ate them while in the bath. Oh, now you're grounded for a year. That's not even disgusting. That's usgusting. Because you got to go, ugh, disgusting. Most people have never seen that, Stacy. Yeah, it's because I was on top messages. And for some reason on top messages, apparently not everyone's showing up. I don't care for that. Yeah, I've never seen that either, but I'm just kind of curious, like, you know, like, wouldn't that be a good flavor? And if you had chicken and beef or pork, why wouldn't you have turkey ramen? Or maybe they don't have turkeys there. I don't know. Kind of weird. I mean, but we could create it, right? We create artificial turkey lunch meat. I'd love to know what the hell you're actually eating if it's artificial turkey lunch meat. Like, what are you actually digesting? So people could have been talking to you and you missed it. But yeah, I'm confused on that too. I don't understand why, if it's on top, and if it's my own channel, why the hell would it put it on top messages anyway? As the person that has the channel, I would think I would want to see everybody there. You know? So yeah, when she said hello, Deej, because that's what I saw, I didn't even see it in my chat. And that's my wife, so now me and YouTube have another problem. You know what I'm going to do? Put a stop to that. I'm going to do... well, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Now, if I can just get her to type something else. Mrs. Hawks, if you're still there, type in hi. There we go.
There she is.
Put a wrench. By God, I bet she shows up now. I don't like that. So you must have been on top messages too. Indeed she is. No mom belongs in a nursing home. So great respect to the missus for help taking care of her mom, and to her brother too, because he takes care of her on weekends. But anyway, guys, hit that like button, share the video out. Changed it to live chat. I didn't even think about that, Deej, until I remember Jag said something about sorry he was on top chat, and I couldn't figure out what he meant by that. It meant that he wasn't seeing everybody either. So I guess he went in and changed it. And then when you said that, I checked mine, and lo and behold, then, yeah, there she is. But I didn't see her before that. So shame on you, YouTube. Top chat needs to go. If I'm streaming live, it should be automatically on live chat. That should be default. I agree with my cousin. Put hers in. Oh, yeah. No, I think your parents took care of you as kids, and I think you owe them that. I'm always going to believe that, and maybe I'm wrong, but, you know, that's my opinion, and that's kind of what I stick to. But guys, please hit that like button, share the video out. We are going to go ahead and call it. My internet appears to be stable. It's been 2 hours and 3 minutes. It hasn't bounced once. It's pretty consistent at speed of 61 upload, 894 download. So I think we're good. Let's get back into that Christmas tomorrow evening. This Sunday I will be on the Redneck Connection on panel. So hopefully we'll see you all there. If you guys are not subscribed to him, take a moment, look his channel up. Somebody drop his link for me if you would. And if you like Fortnite, Laura and Friends is streaming that. So go over there and check his channel out. If you like Fortnite, go over there and hit that subscribe button. Check him out. Show him some support. Come in and say hi to him. But on that note, guys, I hope you had fun. I know I did. It's good talking to you guys. I'm going to give you to the outro, but just for about 10 seconds. And then I'm out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you guys for the ones that supported the channel this evening. Scared the shit out of me, but supported the channel. Always appreciate that. Thank you guys very much. Have a happy holiday season. Don't be strangers. I'll be back. Talk to you later. Bye, guys. Have fun. I might do that, but first I'm going to call the wife.